Hello guys, welcome back to this channel, and in this tutorial series we are creating GTA using Unity. So in this part of the video we are going to be creating the character switch system. So in the previous video we created the movement system with each character, Michael, Franklin, and then Trevor. If you have not seen that video, I recommend watching the previous video. So we can see we have the character moving, running, and then jumping. So we have Franklin as well. We have Franklin and then Trevor. So in this part of the video series, we are going to be creating the character system just like in GTA. So first of all, let's create an empty game object. And then in this empty game object, let's create a C# script. So you can simply right click, create C# script. Let's call this script character switch with no space in between the name. So let's call this character switch. So once your script is done creating, you click on your game object and then you drag the character switch on it. But before it first needs to compile, you can see right here compiling script. So the script needs to compile first, and then after that you drag and drop. So I already have the script created, so I'm going to drag and drop that one instead. Don't worry, I'll leave a link to this script in the description box below, so you can download this script and follow up while we do it. So this is the script. So inside the character switch class, we create our game objects, which are going to be our characters, and then also the transition camera. And then we take the width and then the height of our plane. So this should be the same as your plane width and height. So you can see over here, the plane, we have the 10 and then 10. So it needs to be the same figure. And then the camera transition time. And then also this is a private ones which are not going to be set by us, but then we use the code to set everything. So inside our start, we set the active character to the first character, the first game object, and then we disable the transition camera. So in the update, we check if there is switching is true, if we are switching between characters. So we are checking if this poll is true. And then if it's true, then we update our camera. So we move our camera onto the new character that is being switched to. If it's not, then we get the key. So if we press on the 1 on the keyboard, we should switch to character 1. If we press 2, character 2, and then 3 to switch to character 3. So in the start character switch function, so this is a function right here. So in the start character switch function, we take in a game object, which is the new character. And then if the current character is not equal to the new character, then we set is switching to true, and then we set the switch start time to the time, and then the camera start position to the transition camera, the position of the transition camera, and then we set the active camera, and then we set the active character to the new character over here. So this is the set active character. So inside this update camera transition, so this is where we move the character from the current character to the new character we are switching to. So this function does that, and then this function switches between the character. So we get a random position on the plane here, and then we use that to spawn our character to that position. So hopefully you can understand this code. I'll leave a link to it in the description. So let's see how the code works. So inside this game object, first let's drag in our character. I'll put Michael first, Franklin, and then Trevor. And then for our transition camera, we have our main camera, which has been disabled by default by us. So I can enable it, but let's leave it disabled. And then I drag my main camera over here, and then let's hit play to see the output. So here we have Michael moving and then walking. If we press 2 on the keyboard, we switch to Franklin. Then we can move as well, run. If we press 3, then we switch to Trevor. If we press on 1, we switch back to Michael. We press 3, we switch to Trevor. And 2, we'll switch to Franklin. So this is it for the character switching system. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.